All right. Well, with no further ado, Mike, the floor is yours. If you can keep it within like 5, 6 minutes, that would be awesome.
For sure. Hi, I'm Mike Krabash, and I'm here in foggy San Francisco, and I'm going to go over the assignment 10.1 on neural networks and the tool, the teaching machine. So my application idea is called Counting Blue Cars, and it's based on a child's game that we used to play when I was a child on long road trips, where each one of my siblings was given a specific color, and you would count the number of cars that was oncoming. And from there, I thought, well, this would be an interesting use case. How can we actually know if a particular object is a blue car? And at first, I looked at the assignment and I was like, wow, this is a daunting task. You want me to collect data, train a model, and test it in a week. But there has been so many advancements in the automated machine learning that actually makes this easier, as most of us have seen. So the first task is, what is an acceptable image of a blue car? It's a picture at any angle, new, old, large, small, parked, moving, a racing car, a convertible, a damaged car, a crossover. And then you have to also allow for obstacles. Is there people in the image? Is there bike racks? But what's not? It's not a toy. It's not a truck. It's not a drawing. It's not a motorcycle. It's not an SUV. It's not a flying car. And from there, I defined my four classes. And the first was obvious, is it's a blue car. And the next is not a blue car, meaning that it is a car, but it's not blue. And then the next is, it's not a car. It's a vehicle. It may be a bus, it may be a truck, but it's not a car. And then I created a fourth category of just about anything from buildings to bananas to mid-journey AI generated images. And where I got my data, I had my own personal images, and I also created some using Midjourney AI, which is a tool that can create generated AI images. And then there's this website called Kaggle, and in the top left there, that's the site where you can pull down data, and it's not just images. They have absolutely everything that if you have a specific area that you want to research, you can find data on. It's incredible. It's an exchange where people are providing data and where a lot of research get data from. So from there, I use a total of 526 images. 90% went into my training, and 10% were left for my testing. From the training data, images were sorted by class and used to create the classes in the teachable tool. So in the bottom left there, that's me taking the images from the different directories that I've sorted, and it creates the class. From there, it's incredibly easy to do the training. I have worked with data engineers where it took months in order to have things trained. So this is my first time at this. I was a little skeptical, but I was certainly impressed. So if we look on the right, there's the results in the top row. That's all the successful cases where, yes, a blue car was discovered, a red car was discovered being a car, but not a blue car. The Polaris is actually a auto cycle, so it's not a car. So it was detected as not being a car. And of course, the banana is just an unknown. However, there was false positives and false negatives. So a false positive, I do have a cartoon that came in as a blue car. And then I had a bunch of false negatives, like an antique car or an off blue color car. And they showed up as false negatives. Then I asked myself, I go, what about the classes and the way I set things up? And so I redone the entire test, and I put one class blue car and then another class just not. And I took all the images and I placed it in there to see if that would make any difference. It was nominal. It dropped very, very slightly, but it was still around 85%. Any questions?
That's fascinating. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. This was a fantastic rundown, super quick and straight to the point. Congratulations and thank you for sharing